The most disappointing wonder kids in football. Every football season, there's that one wonder kid who makes headlines. Fans chant their names. Pundits call them the next Messi or the future of football. But then, just like that, they vanish. Today, we're diving into 8 football wonder kids who had it all and lost it. What went wrong? Where are they now? And can any of them still make a comeback? Let's start with Riqui Puig. When Riqui Puig made his debut for Barcelona in 2018, many believed he was destined to become a key figure in the club's future. But unfortunately, things didn't unfold the way everyone hoped. Frequent managerial changes and the club's instability, both on and off the pitch, created an environment that wasn't ideal for his growth. As a result, Puig's development stalled, and he didn't progress as expected. To make matters worse, younger midfielders like Gavi and Pedri surpassed him in the squad hierarchy. This led to Puig making the move to LA Galaxy in Major League Soccer. And while it's not entirely the end of the road for him, players who leave Europe for the MLS at such a young age rarely make a return to the top level. So it would be quite a surprise if Puig ever manages to fulfill the lofty expectations once placed on him. A similar story can be told about Carles Alanya. He made his senior debut for Barcelona in 2016 at the age of 18, and even scored an equalizer to mark the occasion. Not long after, he earned a new contract with a massive release clause, which seemed to signal a bright future. Normally, that's the kind of moment that kicks off a legendary career at a top club, but for Alanya, that wasn't the case. Despite the early promise, he never managed to secure a regular starting position. By age 20, he was loaned out to Real Betis, and the following season, he moved to Getafe. Still, unlike Puig, Alanya chose to stay in La Liga, so there's still a small chance he could rediscover his form and perhaps even return to Barcelona someday. But one former wonder kid who definitely won't be coming back is Bojan Krkic. You'll probably remember him. After starring for Spain at the 2007 U17 World Cup, he carried that momentum into Barcelona's first team. In his debut season, he scored 10 goals, prompting comparisons to Lionel Messi. Unfortunately, he never reached those heights. Over the next few years, Bojan failed to make a lasting impact at the club. In 2011, he transferred to Roma, and his career became a series of short stints at various clubs. He eventually retired at the age of 33. At this stage, it seems like this video could just be called Barcelona Wonder Kids Who Flamed Out, because the next person is another failed Barca prospect. We're talking about Giovani dos Santos, once hyped as the next Ronaldinho. But in reality, the only real similarity between him and Ronaldinho was that they both wore the Barcelona jersey. Dos Santos never fully got to prove himself at Barca, and he left to join Tottenham in 2008. He went on to play for several clubs across Europe before retiring in 2021, while playing for Club America in Mexico. It marked the end of a career that, overall, didn't live up to the hype. You're probably tired of hearing about Barcelona's failed prospects, so here's another one, but with a twist. Here's the catch. This guy never actually played for Barcelona's senior team. That's right. We're talking about Alen Halilovic, whom Barcelona signed from Dinamo Zagreb in 2014. He was even nicknamed the Croatian Arjen Robben. But fans never got to witness that talent, as he didn't feature for the first team. He was sold just 2 years after joining. Since then, he's bounced around nearly 10 clubs and is currently playing for Fortuna Sittard in the Dutch league. So it's fair to say he didn't live up to the Croatian Robben label. Now let's talk about someone who did make the senior team, Emile Rowe. When he broke into the first team, Rowe was seen as one of the top talents from Arsenal's academy. From 2019 to 2022, he built strong on-field relationships with players like Saka, Martinelli, and Ødegaard. During Arsenal's major rebuild phase, he played a role as they rose to become one of the Premier League's best sides. Sadly, at the beginning of last season, he suffered an injury that required surgery. That kept him sidelined for much of the season, and since returning, manager Mikel Arteta has barely used him. Let's be honest, Arsenal currently have an abundance of attacking and midfield talent, so breaking back into the squad was always going to be tough for him. Still, one can hope he gets another opportunity because he truly is a gifted player. Like Rowe, Another promising player hindered by injuries is Ansu Fati. To give you an idea of his early promise, Fati debuted for Barca at 16 and scored 13 goals in his debut season. Impressive, right? But unfortunately, injuries struck soon after, and his career took a downward turn. Each time he recovers, another injury tends to follow shortly after. These constant injuries prevented him from securing a consistent spot in the Barcelona lineup. With so much attacking talent at the club this season, it was clear there was no room for him. He had to leave, and now he's on loan at Brighton, a club known for developing young talent. So it's fair to say Fati still has a real shot at reviving his career and reaching a world-class level. Just like Arsenal had Rowe and Barca had Fati during tough times, Manchester United also had a breakout youngster, Adnan Januzaj. Yep, that's him. On his debut for Manchester United in 2013, Januzaj scored twice. He ended up making 38 appearances that season, which was quite a feat for someone his age. Naturally, people thought he was destined to be United's next superstar. But his early promise faded quickly, and after several loan moves, he eventually left the club for good. Now at 28, playing for Real Sociedad, it doesn't look like he'll be winning any Player of the Year awards. These stories remind us just how brutal football can be. Talent alone isn't enough. Timing, injuries, mentality, they all matter. Which of these wonder kids shocked you the most? Comment below with the names of other prodigies who crashed and burned. Like the video, share it with your football crew, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible football stories every week. Until next time, stay passionate, stay curious.